The Internal Revenue Service is giving taxpayers a break if they're affected by the Hamas attack on Israel. The IRS says it wants to provide tax relief for individuals and businesses who might not meet the tax payment or filing deadline because of the ongoing war. Eligible taxpayers will now have until October 7th, 2024 to file or pay their taxes. Individuals whose place of residence or business is in the covered area of Israel, the West Bank, or Gaza can qualify for the extensions. Scammers could be using the Israel-Hamas war to deceive those wishing to help victims. Theft protection company Identity IQ says members are calling the company about scammers trying to steal people's money. The company says consumers can spot some schemes, such as misspellings in emails or web addresses, requests for gift cards, or claims that 100% of donations are going to victims. The health department in Hawaii says high levels of arsenic and other chemicals have been detected in wildfire ash samples from 8 homes in Kula. Here's more on that story.
Ash from 8 homes that burned in Kula were tested for toxic materials in late September. Preliminary results came in Friday night and prompted the state health department and education officials to alert Upcountry and Lahaina residents on Sunday.
Those homes ranged in age from about the 1930s to the 2000s. Those results did indicate exceedances of high levels of lead and cobalt and extremely high levels of arsenic.
He says similar toxins are likely to be found around Lahaina and wants residents to be aware, especially those getting ready to go back to school this week.
The presence of those substances is not surprising, but the concentrations are indeed high. The arsenic, which is the greatest concern, is 140 times above the environmental action level.
He says the heavy metal was likely from construction materials that burned.
For people who are going in to the impacted zone and having direct exposure to the ash, that's the greatest risk. Ingestion of the ash would be the potential greatest exposure.
He says it's important for people to wear PPE like this to minimize exposure, and pregnant women and children should not be entering the burned areas. Air monitors have been set up around Lahaina and Upcountry to monitor the air quality. Soil tack was also applied around homes near Kalavea to prevent the ash from moving, as the DOE will continue on with classes this week.
We've been reassured that the likelihood that the conditions at schools will become harmful in the near future is very low.
With the new ash information, the DOE says it will be flexible on student absences the first week of reopening as families make decisions.
We've been reassured that our Lahaina campuses are safe for students and staff to be at, based on current air quality conditions and the extensive environmental testing we've done over the last several weeks.
That includes air, soil, and water testing.
We strongly believe that reopening for in-person learning is important, and we're doing everything that we can do to make it as safe as possible and have put plans in place to take necessary actions if and when conditions change.
Green means good air quality. Should it move to orange, he says schools will close doors and windows, turn off the air conditioners, and turn on the HEPA air filters. Outdoor activities will also be suspended. Distance learning plans will be discussed if air levels reach red. And at purple, which are extreme levels, he says shelter in place will occur if school is in session. Air quality monitors can be seen in real time on the EPA and DOH websites. For people living near burn zones, the health department recommends washing hands often and cleaning countertops. Ash testing has not started in Lahaina yet.
We'll be right back.